We turn now to the top Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, Virginia Senator Mark Warner. Senator, you've been briefed. What do you know about this attack?
Well, first of all, John, let's express our condolences to the British people. They are our strongest allies, and clearly the London police force responded appropriately. 8 minutes after the incident started, the terrorists were taken down. And I also want to emphasize as well that, as your report just made, that the information sharing between the British and the Americans is still top-notch and going forward. I think there's not much more that the NCTC knows than what has been publicly reported. There is no imminent threat in the United States, but I think the very question is, was this terrorist directed or terrorist inspired? The British will continue to investigate. I think it is really important, though, and one of the things that concerns me about the president's tweets this morning, where he, in effect, is calling for a Muslim travel ban again, even though the courts have continued to turn that down. If the president wanted 90 days to re-examine how individuals from certain countries would enter the United States, he's had more than 90 days. Why, if there's new procedures put in place, put those procedures in place. Don't continue to call for this travel ban, which is, frankly, all of the leaders in the intelligence community has said would be, in effect, a slap in the face to Muslim Americans and others, and in many ways might actually incite more incidents.
Very quickly here, Theresa May said she talked about technology. You were once a technology executive. She talked about internet service providers and how there needed to be some way to regulate cyberspace to keep this ideology from having a place to grow. What's your thought about that?
Well, I think we do have to re-examine the roles of all of these platform companies, the Facebook, the Twitters, the Googles, and recognize there may need to be some responsibility to curate information. I was out on the West Coast last week, met with some of those companies. I think they understand that. They first started some regulation around child pornography. They've now started to regulate some content around terrorism threats. I was out there raising questions around fake news and how that can affect the democratic process. Facebook, for example, said they took down 30,000 fake sites before the French elections. But I think this is a discussion that we need to have, because obviously there's value in the internet. We want to continue to have these connections, but there's also, we're seeing the dark side.